The pressure was definitely on Nolan Ryan as he entered Milwaukee's County Stadium after losing his first attempt at 300 victories at home last week. In the top of the first inning, the Brewers shared some of the spotlight as Julio Franco lined one to right field, but there was Mike Felder coming up with a nice sliding catch in right field. Nolan Ryan's forte is the strikeout, and he had two of them in the first inning. Here he gets a strikeout of Gary Sheffield to end the bottom of the first inning. Ryan went 7 2/3 innings to get his 300th victory, allowing 3 runs, but only one of them was earned. Rangers owner George Bush Jr. lighting up the victory cigar, but Milwaukee gave the Texas Rangers a scare early on as they took a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the third inning. Robin Yount, another seasoned veteran, took Nolan Ryan deep to right field. The ball bounced off the top of the fence. A triple for Robin Yount as Paul Molitor came in to score RBI number 48, and Milwaukee led 1-0 in the bottom of the third inning. On a normal night, Brewer fans would be cheering, but they were all cheering for Nolan Ryan to win his 300th game, and they would get their wish. Moved to the top of the fifth inning after a sacrifice fly tied the game. Steve Buechele would pick up his 16th RBI in the year with a single to score Harold Baines. That made it 2-1 Texas. Texas would increase that lead to 4-1 in the top of the fifth inning as Jeff Houston picked up 2 RBIs, his 18th and 19th on the year with a line drive down the right field line. A beautiful effort by Mike Felder, but he can't get it. Houston came up with a 2-run triple, scoring Buechele and Incaviglia, and the Rangers led it 4-1 in the top of the fifth inning. Everyone, however, was rooting for Nolan Ryan despite the game being in Milwaukee's County Stadium. His younger son, Reese Ryan, practicing his play-by-play as his father was on the mound on his way to a career milestone. He had 8 strikeouts. Here he strikes out Greg Brock to end the bottom of the 7th inning. Ryan headed into the 8th inning with a lead of 5-1, but he would not make it through the 8th inning as he gave up a couple of runs, both of them unearned. There's his wife, Ruth, as she sat anxiously in the crowd. The Brewers scored 2 runs as Julio Franco booted a couple of balls. Here he makes it 5-2 as he boots a ground ball by Dave Parker. Paul Molitor scored. That made the score 5-2, one of 2 errors by Julio Franco in the inning. Then Jim Gantner would make it 5-3 as he singled to left field. That scored Robin Yount, and that would be it for Nolan Ryan. After that single by Jim Gantner, he was taken out after 7 2/3 innings, and of course he gets the obligatory standing ovation from the crowd. As he left the game, Nolan Ryan held on to a 5-3 lead, and his teammates made him feel much more comfortable with 6 runs in the top of the 9th inning. Pete Incaviglia hit a solo home run, and Julio Franco would cap off the 6-run 9th inning with a grand slam home run to left field. He atoned for those 2 errors with the grand slam. That made the final score 11-3. Brad Arnsberg had an easy job of relief as he nailed down the victory for Nolan Ryan. A funny play here as Bill Spires hits one down the first baseline. A nice play by Arnsberg as he tags out a diving Spires. And here's Nolan Ryan's reaction to that as he sits between his 2 sons, Reed on the left and Reese on the right. They liked that play in the 9th inning. Nolan Ryan would look on as Brad Arnsberg would get the final out. He gets Robin Yount to fly out to center field, and everyone goes home happy as Nolan Ryan becomes the 20th pitcher in Major League history to record 300 wins. He joins Early Wynn and Steve Carlton as the only 300-game winners not to pitch a complete game on their milestone victory. To go along with his 300 wins, Ryan has 267 losses in his 23-year career, which started with the New York Mets and also took him to California, the Houston.
Tuesday night, top of the 2nd inning, Dave Henderson has a little trouble with the ball, deciding to throw it or hold on to it, and it falls to the ground. 1-0 Seattle, still in the top of the 2nd inning. Dave Valley will reach out and slap this base hit to center field off of Mike Moore. Jeffrey Leonard rounds third and scores RBI 23 for Valley, and that gave the Seattle Mariners the 2-0 lead. Top of the 3rd inning, Jeffrey Leonard will make it a 3-0 as he gets a base hit to left field off of Moore. Harold Reynolds scores. Greg Briley will have to hold at 3rd base, and it's 3-0 Seattle. Mike Moore will then hit Edgar Martinez with the pitch. The bases were loaded. Greg Briley will score from 3rd, and it's 4-0 Seattle. A tough night in Oakland for starter Mike Moore. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Billy Swift, the starter for the Mariners, gets Carney Lansford looking at a call, 3rd strike. Lansford doesn't think so, and he tells home plate umpire Mike Riley that, and heads for the dugout. It's 5-0 after 5 innings. Top of the 7th inning, Seattle scores 2 more runs. Ken Griffey Jr. with the base hit up the middle scores Harold Reynolds. He has 49 RBIs now. That's his 2nd RBI of the game, and it's 6-0 Seattle. 7-0 Seattle after 7. Top of the 8th inning, Joe Bitker strikes out Harold Reynolds to end the inning. Or does it? Yes, it does. 7-0 Seattle through 8 innings of play. Keith Comstock started the 9th inning for the Mariners for Billy Swith, and he gives up a pinch hit, a double to Lance Blankenship to the left field corner. Jamie Quirk and Walt Weiss score in a 7-2 Oakland. That would be the final score as Keith Comstock would strike out Jose Canseco to end the ball game. Swift is the winning pitcher as he pitched 8 shutout innings against the A's, ups his record to 5-2, while Mike Moore is the loser. He drops to 9-10.
Lou Piniella and the slumping Cincinnati Reds in Los Angeles Tuesday night to take on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Pick it up in the top of the first inning. Eric Davis grounds to short. This will score Hal Morris, giving Cincinnati a 1-0 lead after 1 inning. But in the bottom of the second inning, the Dodgers come back. Alfredo Griffin loops a single in front of Hal Morris. This will score Eddie Murray, tying the score 1-1 after 2 innings. Then in the bottom of the third inning, with the Reds leading 2-1, Lenny Harris will hit one right back at the box. Jose Rio, the starting and winning pitcher, would make a nice catch. Rio would go on to win the game and improve his record to 7-4. Then in the bottom of the fourth inning, the Dodgers get one back. With the Reds leading 3-1, Hubie Brooks will belt his 12th home run of the year. This one goes to left center field. This cuts Cincinnati's lead to 3-2. That home run was in the bottom of the fourth inning, but in the top of the fifth inning, the Dodgers would give one up to the Reds. Here with Ron Oster at the plate, Mike Sharperson can't hold on to this ball, then loses control of the ball. Hal Morris scores. Cincinnati led 4-2 after this run. Then an insurance run in the top of the ninth inning. Chris Sabo will belt a home run to left field, his 18th of the year. This gave Cincinnati a 5-2 lead. That was the final score. The Reds defeat the Dodgers 5-2. And the Montreal Expos host the New York Mets in Tuesday night action. Pick it up in the bottom of the first inning. The Expos score 2 runs. Here Marquise Grissom will line a triple to right center field. This coming off of Sid Fernandez. It would score Delino DeShields all the way from first base. Montreal led 1-0. Grissom would score later in the inning on a sacrifice fly. Montreal led 2-0 after 1 inning. The Mets picked up a run in the top of the second, but in the bottom of the second inning, Mike Fitzgerald, with the score 2-1, belted a solo home run to left center field, his 7th of the year. Montreal led 3-1. But the Expos weren't done in the second inning. Delino DeShields would line a single to center field, scoring Dave Martinez and Spike Owen. Montreal led 5-1 after 2 innings. On this play, Greg Jeffries runs Delino DeShields back to first base, but no one covering for the Mets. But in the top of the third inning, Greg Jeffries would get one back for the Mets. Here he'll belt a solo home run to right field, his 13th of the year. Montreal led 5-2 after 3 innings. But 2 runs would be all the Mets would get off of starter Oil Can Boyd of the Montreal Expos. Boyd went 6 innings, allowing 2 runs, 7 hits, and striking out 4 batters. Here in the top of the 6th inning, Tim Tuffle, representing the tying run, strikes out, leaving 2 men on base. The Expos led 5-2 in the middle of the 6th inning. Then in the bottom of the 6th inning, some excitement at Olympic Stadium. Andres Galarraga facing Julio Machado of the Mets. Galarraga will bloop a ball to left center field. Kevin McReynolds can't come up with it. Darrell Boston can't get it. It rolls to the left center field wall. Andres Galarraga chugs around third, and he'll score for an inside-the-park home run. His 12th home run of the year. Montreal led 6-2 after 6 innings. Moving to the top of the 9th inning, the Mets would get to within 7-4 of the Montreal Expos. Then with a tying run at the plate, Orlando Mercado would fly out to Tim Raines for the final out. Tim Burke gets the save, his 13th of the year. Montreal wins 7-4. Oil Can Boyd, the winner, 6-3. Sid Fernandez, the loser, 7-7.